So, in investigating Mars, one of the things that is a little bit startling is that the northern plains of Mars are smooth and the much lower elevation than the southern highlands. This is almost like you cut it in half and you glue two different worlds together. The northern plains are smooth, they are much lower elevation, and that's where most of the liquid water ran and then froze likely under the surface, vast amounts of it, global ocean that covers like half the planet. The southern part of the planet is mostly highland, higher elevations, other than the big indentations from Hellas Planitia and Argyre Planitia. But you got craters, very old surface. The northern part doesn't have very many craters because the sand dunes cover everything up. And then the ice will flow. Even glaciers, as cold as they are on Mars, will flow and cover things in. And so this raises a question, given that, why is Mars two-faced? Why is one side, doesn't mean it's a politician, but why is one side so smooth and the other side so craggy and rough? Why is the smooth side lower elevation? Why is the other side higher elevation? So we know that Mars was way different in the past. We got oceans. We got the evidence of liquid water. We got evidence the water is still there. But again, the question is, this water would have congregated where it's low. That didn't make it low there. It went to where it was low because it was low already. Okay. Well, just about 10 years ago, professor at University of California, Santa Cruz, suggested that a large object slammed into the northern part of Mars and actually made a giant astrobleem. Remember that's what you call these giant impact scars. That made the northern part much lower in elevation and the southern part much smoother, and that would have explained it. Now, yeah, that might explain it, but there may be something else as well. Notice that, whenever they're in doubt, some really big thing hit it model, somebody comes up with that to explain it. And that model really works very well and very smoothly to explain the formation of the moon and why Earth is the way it is and the moon is the way it is. However, that model gets way overused because it was so successful in explaining the moon. Somebody always seems to think about that every time they can't explain something else. And so I do, sometimes look askance at the really big thing hit it hypothesis being used so often because we seem to use it on practically every planet. But it does seem to fit some things. If this did happen, that would make the northern plains the largest astrobleem in the solar system. And Mars is one of the smallest planets in the solar system. The only thing really smaller in terms of the major planets is Mercury. So we're not counting dwarf planets and the minor planets. But that makes it to have the biggest dune fields, the biggest mountain, the biggest canyon. I mean, the biggest all kinds of other features. So biggest astrobleem would fit right in. But anyway.